Imagine flying over the desolate, sun-baked foothills of southern Peru. Below you, etched into the rugged earth, is something that makes no sense. A massive ribbon, almost a mile long, pockmarked with thousands of man-sized holes, marching in a structured, undulating line up and over a hill. This is the Band of Holes, or as the locals call it, Monte Sierpe, Serpent Mountain. For nearly a century, this silent, sprawling enigma has baffled everyone who has seen it. What is this colossal earthwork? And who on earth built it? Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today, we're unraveling one of Andean archaeology's greatest mysteries. The Band of Holes consists of somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 depressions carved into the ground. Each pit is about 3 feet in diameter and up to 40 inches deep, some simply dug out, others reinforced with small rocks. What's truly arresting is their organization. They aren't random. They're arranged in deliberate blocks and segments, creating a rhythmic, almost artistic pattern across the landscape. You can only truly appreciate its scale from the sky, which is exactly how the wider world discovered it. In 1933, aviator Robert Shippey published a stunning aerial photograph in National Geographic, bringing this strange and mysterious pockmarked landscape to international attention. And with that attention came the speculation. One of the earliest ideas, proposed by explorer Victor Wolfgang von Huggen in 1953, was that they were graves. He noted they looked similar to other pre-Inca burial sites. The only problem? They were all empty. Every single one. Subsequent investigations have never found any human remains, effectively closing the book on the burial theory. So, what else could they be? Some suggested they were defensive fortifications, but their shallow depth and exposed location would offer almost no protection. The idea of them being used for water or fog collection was also floated, but the soil is dry and porous, making it a terribly inefficient system. For decades, the most plausible theory came from archaeologist John Hyslop. In 1984, he suggested the holes were for storage. He pointed out their similarity to other semi-subterranean storage structures found at major Inca sites. The Band of Holes is located near important Inca administrative centers and along a major coastal road, so the idea that it was a massive imperial warehouse made a lot of sense. It was a good theory, but it remained unproven. Of course, where there is a great mystery, pseudo-archaeology is never far behind. Just like the nearby Nazca Lines, some have claimed the Band of Holes must have extraterrestrial origins, landing grids for alien craft, or the remnants of some otherworldly mining operation. But these sensational ideas ignore a much more fascinating truth: the incredible ingenuity of the indigenous peoples of the Andes. And now, thanks to cutting-edge technology, that truth is finally coming into focus. The most significant breakthrough in understanding the Band of Holes came from a study led by Dr. Jacob Bongers, a digital archaeologist. His team's research presents a compelling new theory. The site likely served a dual purpose, evolving over time. It started as a bustling marketplace and was later repurposed by an empire as a sophisticated, large-scale accounting system. How did they figure this out? First, they used 21st-century tools. The sheer scale of Monte Sierpe makes it hard to study from the ground. So, the team used drones to map the entire 1.5-kilometer stretch with unprecedented clarity. From this new vantage point, they discovered hidden mathematical patterns in the layout. The holes were organized into at least 60 distinct sections, and within these sections, they found deliberate numerical groupings, like repeating sequences of 7s and 8s. This wasn't random. This was by design. The second key to the puzzle lay hidden in the dirt itself. The team collected soil samples from inside the holes and subjected them to microbotanical analysis. This process can identify microscopic plant remains that have survived for centuries. The results were a revelation. They found traces of maize, or corn, one of the most important crops in the Andes. They also found evidence of reeds and other wild plants that were traditionally used for making baskets. This was the first direct, physical proof of what was placed inside the holes: agricultural goods, likely held in woven containers. The team also radiocarbon dated a piece of burned wood found in one of the holes, placing its use in the 1300s. This timing, combined with the location, points directly to the original builders, the Chincha Kingdom. The Chincha were a powerful and sophisticated society that dominated this region of Peru between 1000 and 1400 CE. And they were, above all else, master traders. Colonial-era Spanish documents describe a society with specialized economic groups, including thousands of farmers, fishermen, and traders. They used balsa rafts for sea trade along the Pacific coast and llama caravans for land routes connecting them to highland communities. Their influence was so great that the ruler of Chincha was the only person in the Inca Emperor Atahualpa's retinue who was also carried on a litter when they met the Spanish. The Band of Holes is strategically located at a crossroads of these pre-Hispanic trade routes, in a unique ecological zone between the coast and the highlands. It was a natural meeting point. Based on this evidence, Dr. Bongers and his team hypothesized that the Band of Holes was originally a regulated barter marketplace. Traders from the highlands, with their maize, would meet traders from the coast, with their cotton and dried fish. The thousands of holes, they suggest, could have served as a standardized measuring system or as temporary containers for goods. As Dr. Bongers puts it, depositing goods in the holes could have been a way of publicly displaying information about the quantity of goods available and the quantity required for a fair exchange. It was a form of social technology that brought diverse groups together to regulate their economy. But the story doesn't end there. Around 1470 CE, the powerful Chincha Kingdom was incorporated into the expanding Inca Empire. The Inca were master administrators, famous for managing a vast and diverse empire through a system of tribute and redistribution. But they had a problem. They lacked a written language. To solve this, they developed an ingenious method of record-keeping called the quipu. A quipu is a complex arrangement of knotted strings, usually made from cotton or alpaca fibers. The type of knot, its position on the string, the color of the string, and how the strings were arranged all encoded information. These were essentially ancient spreadsheets. Trained officials called quipucamayuks, or knot keepers, used them to track census data, warehouse inventories, and most importantly, tribute payments owed to the state. And here is where the story comes full circle. The drone imagery of the Band of Holes revealed a startling connection to this ancient accounting system. The researchers noticed that the segmented layout of the holes, those distinct blocks and numerical groupings they had spotted, was structurally similar to an actual quipu that was discovered in the very same Pisco Valley. This has led to the second part of the new theory. When the Inca conquered the region, they repurposed the existing marketplace. It became a massive landscape-scale accounting tool for managing their tribute system. The Band of Holes is just a few miles from Tambo, Colorado, a major Inca administrative center built to control the valley. It was the perfect place to collect, measure, and record the goods and produce paid as taxes to the empire. Under this system, each of the 60-plus segments of holes may have been assigned to a specific village or social group responsible for paying tribute. The organized pits provided a clear, public, and standardized way to measure their payments before the goods were taken to Inca storehouses. In essence, Monte Sierpe became a landscape quipu, a physical manifestation of the data that would have also been recorded on knotted strings. This new, evidence-based understanding does more than just solve an old puzzle. It directly counters the pseudo-archaeological speculation that has clouded the site for decades. The Band of Holes is not evidence of alien visitation. It is a testament to the sophisticated engineering, resource management, and economic organization of the Chincha and Inca societies. It is a monumental record of a complex society's solution to the challenges of trade and administration. While this dual theory of a marketplace and accounting system is the most comprehensive explanation we have, some questions remain. As Dr. Bongers himself notes, Why is this monument only seen here and not all over the Andes? The band of holes appears to be a unique, local innovation. What is clear is that this is far from a simple collection of mysterious pits. It is a complex archaeological feature that reflects the economic, social, and political life of the people who built it. It is a story of trade and tribute, of local innovation and imperial adaptation, written into the very earth of the Peruvian Andes. For nearly a century, Monte Sierpe held its secrets close. Today, it is beginning to speak, and its voice tells a powerful story of the ingenuity and complexity of a lost world.